Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Gotta get the positive news. Hello, my beautiful lotus petals, and welcome to Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here, live on Meet Me, and also live on YouTube. Welcome in, everyone. We are in Christmas week. In just a few days, we're going to be celebrating one of the biggest holidays on the planet, something that every culture, every society, every community, and every country knows. And I am so honored and blessed to be here with you today as one of the featured shows that's kicking off your week. And hopefully I put you in a good mood and ready for the week. All right. So I have a topic for today, and today's topic is pretty cool. It's about something that quietly controls everything in your life. What could that be, Uma? Well, it is your mindset. It controls your success, your healing, your relationships, your confidence, and even your spiritual growth. We're talking about mindsets, and today we're going to take a little quiz to see if you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Do you guys know which one you have? I have a quiz. Most people think that they're stuck in their life because of circumstances. That's normal. But in reality, you're stuck because of beliefs you don't even realize you're carrying. So today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to explore how mindset shapes your reality, and I'll help you identify whether you're operating from a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. And most importantly, I'm going to help you understand your power in shifting it. So welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It is a featured stream here on the Meet Me app, here on YouTube, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. So for us to get started, let's do a little centering to get into the moment, right? And we're going to do that with some affirmations. Now, some of you came in, you gifted me heavily, you hit that fave button, so I gave you an affirmation. If you keep doing that, I am happy to give you more affirmations. But we have a general affirmation for the collective. So take a deep breath in and release. And let's repeat this affirmation together. I am open to learning, growing, and becoming more than I was yesterday. Wow. That's powerful, isn't it? Afro, thank you. Afro is getting an affirmation and also a reading at the end of the show. Thank you for that gift. So let's repeat that affirmation. I am open to learning, growing, and becoming more than I was yesterday. Take a deep breath in and release. If you are ready to grow beyond your old limitations, type grow in the chat. Let's show up, guys. Let's be present this week. It is Christmas week. Afro, your affirmation today is you are magnetic. You are attracting your wildest dreams with ease and peace. Thank you for the gifts. You will get a reading at the end of the show. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Now, before we get into the mindset talk about whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, let's look at the energy of this week. Is it going to be a good week astrology-wise? Is it going to be a hard week? I mean, we want to know, right? Christmas is right around the corner. But the astrology right now actually supports growth and perspective shifts. So this week we have the sun moving into Capricorn. Do we have any Capricorns in here? Capricorn is known for bringing focus and responsibility, right? So Venus is also shifting into Capricorn on December 24th, Christmas Eve, and that is going to highlight practical love and setting intentions. So it's a great day. If those of you follow astrology, you're like, you know what, on Christmas Eve, let me get my journal and let me write out my intentions, right, for myself. That's going to be important. Yes, we have Capricorn rising in the building. So we have the sun moving into the Capricorn, which happened yesterday on December 21st, which, by the way, does anybody know what was important about yesterday? Anyone? Sunday, December 21st was winter solstice, right? That is a very important energetic date in the calendar year. And some of you might have actually started to feel the shift. Yes, shifting into winter. And what is winter spiritually? Winter just means a time of going in, right? Retreating to the cave, burying in, isolating. So if you've been feeling that need, right, to go inwards, to reflect, to journal, to isolate, you're moving with nature. So that happened yesterday. Capricorn, sun moved into Capricorn. On the 24th, we have Venus in Sagittarius leaving and moving into Capricorn as well, right? Venus shift from dreamy Sagittarius to hardworking Capricorn urges you to build solid foundations in your relationships and finances. Sam Boss, thank you for the favorite. Your affirmation is, you are resilient. Failures do not define you, Sam. They fuel your growth. So, if you've been thinking about your relationships in your life, if you've been thinking about your finances, and you're ready to build solid foundations, that would be the result of Venus moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn. By the way, we have a Pisces moon this early part of the week, which amplifies spirituality, compassion, and family connections, which is perfect for holiday settings, right? And then by the weekend, we have Aries moon, which kind of brings a fiery, independent, and proactive energy, encouraging movement and new experiences. So what are the general themes this week? Well, we're going to be balancing belief and action. Thank you. You're encouraged to hold on to faith while taking concrete steps towards your goals. It's also a great week for intention setting, using the Venus Capricorn shift to set romantic and personal goals for the coming months, especially around Christmas, and inner reflection and outer fun. The week moves from introspective, nurturing Pisces energy to a more adventurous Aries weekend, perfect for balancing holiday duties within personal needs. So that all sounds great, right, guys? We know about the astrology of the week. We know what's going on, but let's find out what's going on for our signs. First, I'm going to give you a general theme for the signs based off of your element, and then I'm going to give each sign their message. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you write in the comments if your message applies to you? I always like to see when I get the horoscopes from different sites, if they apply. So by you letting me know in the comments, hey, Uma, that really fits, it tells me this is a good website that I've researched and a good one to keep going forward. All right? Deal? Deal, guys? Deal. All right, let's start with the energy for the fire signs. Thank you. Do you know what the fire signs are? That would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If we have any fire signs in here, here is your message for the week. Fire signs may feel a push-pull between holiday spirit and independence. So that's what's going on this week. Do we have any earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Capricorn Sun and Venus highlight your practical strengths for building and committing. What about air signs? Any air signs in here? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This week, you are focusing on communication and connection, with Venus bringing relationship opportunities. And water signs, I did not forget you guys. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, where are you? This week, you have deep emotional themes from the Pisces moon giving way to grounded action as the week progresses. All right, that's great. That's the overlook for the astrology for the week. But what about each of your individual signs? Well, it's a good thing you are in Uma's Lotus Lounge, the featured stream here on the Meet Me app, because today, not only are you going to get your horoscope messages, you're also going to get your Tarotscope messages. Yes, guys, I am a tarot card reader, a professional one at that. And at the end of the show, whoever sends a 1K gift can also get their own personal message for the week. My gift to you. But let's start with the horoscopes for each of the zodiac signs. For anyone in here who has Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, here is your message. This week, you are setting professional goals for yourself. Before committing to work projects that will consume your holiday, Aries, know what you can take on. Overpromising and overcommitting at this time of year can create issues because you will not be met with the support that you bring. So it's a warning sign for Aries this week. Do we have a Taurus in here? Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This week, instead of focusing on what you don't have, Taurus, give light and love to who and what loves you back. Right? The grass is always greener on the other side, but that doesn't mean you have to resort to jealousy or any other kind of negativity. Don't throw shade, Taurus. Appreciate your life. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you are not letting the usual drama wear you down. In fact, Gemini, you are beginning to see how incredible petty it all is. People are always going to gossip and try to tear you down, but that doesn't mean you should let them. Focus only on yourself throughout the week in order to win. Beautiful message for Geminis. Cancer. If we have Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising in here, passion will hang in the air, putting you in the mood to find a new romantic conquest. Allow yourself to let your hair down. Dress to impress and flirt shamelessly. People will be ready to connect right now, and there's no shame in taking advantage of the ambiance. Wow, Cancer, you guys have a pretty romantic week for you this week. Where's my Leos at? Rawr! Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, seek advice from those you trust and admire before signing contracts and committing to new projects. Request more information and ensure you understand the entire scope of work before committing to anything. By the end of the week, Leo, you'll be ready to announce your plans. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Virgo. With enthusiasm, your professional team can pivot into something better. They can become superstars if they are led by kindness. Therefore, it's essential, Virgo, to stay patient. No matter what adversity comes your way, be kind and put a smile on your face. This week is all about patience, Virgo. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, this is your message this week. It will be hard to cool down when pushed to the edge, Libra, especially when all of the bottled up sentiments you've been holding within yourself come out. Although it will be a frustrating time for you and your partner, you will have a chance to clear up situation and make amends. Scorpio, do we have any Scorpios in here? Scorpio, as long as you can tone down your criticisms and focus on positive aspects of your life, you won't have any communication problems with your family. Your peers will marvel at your calm and encouraging demeanor. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, here's your message this week. Having the last word does not necessarily mean winning the argument, Sag. Sometimes it's better to leave a situation alone before the energy is heightened. Resist the urge to react. Always choose the path of least resistance to prove your point. Capricorn, I'm a big Capricorn. Any other Capricorns with me? Capricorn sun, moon, rising. You've been so busy taking care of everyone, Capricorn, that you have forgotten to take care of yourself. Tell me about it. Treat yourself to something nice as a reward for your hard work. You'll be thankful that you are putting your needs first. You deserve all the best, so make it happen. Aquarius, here is your message this week. This is an excellent window for personal transformation, Aquarius. Consider celebrating the upcoming new season in a low-key way so you can still focus on what you hope to accomplish in the week ahead. And finally, Pisces. We did not forget about you, Pisces. Write down a list of what your relationship needs are so you feel yourself being more supported. You could be feeling vulnerable as the result of a truth being unearthed within a friend group, so prepare yourself. Thank you so much. I need 10 of those bad boys. Thank you for the elf swarm. Whoever sends me an elf swarm, I'm giving you an affirmation. Cape Verde Queen, you are mindful. As you move through your day, your body, mind, and soul are aligned with your higher self. That is big, and that is actually a great segue into my topic for today about mindsets. So today, guys, I wanted to talk about, do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Let's break this down into simple terms. A fixed mindset believes, this is just how I am. I can't change. I'm no good at that. It's too late for me. But a growth mindset sounds something like this. I can learn. I can evolve. This challenge is teaching me something. I'm not there yet, but I'm becoming. Well, I have a little quiz. Yeah. Cape Verde said, I feel fixed sometimes. I flip between the two. Well, let's check it out right now. Guys, be really honest when you answer this quiz, all right? You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for yourself. I have 5 questions, and answer to yourself honestly if it's a yes or if it's a no, all right? Here's the quiz. Number 1, and put it in the comments. Let me see what you're writing. Do you tell yourself, I'm just not good at that, instead of trying to learn? Yes or no? When you're trying something new, do you tell yourself, I'm just not good at that, instead of trying to learn? We got a no, we got a yes. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. Number 2, do you tell yourself, I'm just not good at that, instead of trying to learn? So if someone says to you, let's go bungee jumping, and you're like, I'm just not good at that, instead of trying to learn, is that a no or a yes? Number 3, do you take feedback personally, or do you feel defensive when someone suggests improvement? Now, there's a difference between constructive criticism, you know it's coming from a good place, and then there's negative criticism, right? But if you know someone really truly means well by you and it's constructive criticism, when they say some feedback to you, do you take it personally or do you accept it? Number 4, do you compare yourself to others and feel discouraged? Or do you compare yourself to others and feel inspired? And number 5, when something doesn't work out, do you see it as proof that you're not capable? Yeah, right? So if you said yes to any of these things, one or more or all of them, you have just identified a place where growth is possible. You can shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And I have 3 tips for you guys. You ready? Tip number 1, change your language. I know you guys see me on here all the time and you're like, Uma is so darn positive. I actually had a streamer tell me that one time. She was going through something and I was trying to help. And she said to me, not now, Uma. I don't want that positive crap. I want to be depressed. And I was like, okay, right? I'm backing all the way back, right? Because I don't want to upset the person, but at the same time, thank you. At the same time, you have to take it as being positive is the only way out, guys, right? So when you want to change your language, change it from a negative to a positive. Replace I can't with I'm learning. Replace I failed with that taught me something, right? Your brain listens to how you speak to yourself. Thank you to everybody who sent the Santa sack. I got a reading for you at the end of the show. And I also got some affirmations for you. Thank you so much. Oh, Chad, my bad. I thought it was you. Sorry. All right. Tip number 2, normalize discomfort. All right? Guys, we didn't come here to live in our comfort zone. Do you know what I did recently that is scaring me ridiculously? I applied to be on the Meet Me reality show. I sure did. For those of you that don't know, for those of you on YouTube, our app, our streaming app Meet Me, is starting a TV reality series on YouTube starting January 2026, but applications are open now. It's going to be like a game show, reality show. And I said, Uma, you're not here to stay small, play small, or live in your comfort zone. Go apply. And I did. And guys, guess what? The outpouring of love and support was phenomenal. I had no idea so many people believed in me or supported me. People were sharing my video on their stories on IG. People were writing comments. People were just boosting me up. So that leads me to tip number 2, right? Normalize discomfort. Growth feels uncomfortable. And if it feels awkward or challenging or unfamiliar, guess what? You're doing it right. Discomfort is not danger, guys. It's expansion, right? So if you want to do something, go for it. Do it. Don't worry if people are going to laugh at you or they're going to make fun of you. Who cares? Because those people aren't going to do it anyways, right? You do it. And at least give yourself a chance to grow. All right, tip number 3 that I have for you, how to shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Tip number 3, focus on your progress, not on perfection. A growth mindset doesn't ask, did I get it right? It asks, did I grow today? Right? Progress compounds, perfection paralyzes. When you shift your mindset, your entire reality begins to shift with it. When I do things, I don't do it for the nature of, I want to win this thing. I want to be the best at it. I do it to just challenge myself. Let's say, for example, I make it to that reality show. And let's say I make it to the top 5 before being eliminated. I'm still going to be happy. You know why? Because I did something new and I challenged myself and I allowed myself to believe in myself. And that is winning, right? How many people feel now that they want to have a growth mindset? Are you motivated? Are you inspired? Do you feel like, yeah, I kind of want to try having a growth mindset instead of staying fixed and staying negative and pessimistic and just doubting anything can work out for me, right? It's good to have a growth mindset. Well, guys, I want to give you some positive news before we go into the messages for each zodiac sign. For those of you that come to my show regularly, you know that we like to give you guys messages all the time. So I have some positive news for you because I feel like the world is inundated with negative stuff. And I also have a collective message for everyone in here. So if you guys can, please put a 1 in the comments. Let me know if you are ready to receive your message. It's a collective message for everyone. And I just want to see if you guys are interested in getting this message. It is coming from the Divine Energy Oracle deck. All right. Thank you. Aloha, board, Lil Triangles. Thank you. Okay, here we go. our message for the collective is look forward. It is time to accept the past and move on. It serves no purpose to dwell on what has happened before, other than to learn from your previous experiences. The future is bright and beautiful. Waste no time in looking backward. Your divine energy is calling you to release the past and look ahead. You are a magnificent being here on earth. You have come to learn and express your divinity, right? So, does that message resonate for anyone? I know it resonates for me because as we move into 2026, I say this all the time, we're not just starting a new year. In numerology, we're actually starting a new 9-year cycle. Did you guys know that? We live in 9-year cycles, and the world also operates on a 9-year cycle. So we're ending a cycle that started in 2017. In fact, if most of you look back at your life, you may have realized some big things happened between 2017 and 2025, right? Whatever it was it a good cycle for you? Was it a bad cycle for you, right? Look back. I did that. I wrote down each year and I wrote down the big significant things that happened each year. This was a traumatic cycle for me. Anybody else, right? It was traumatic. I was like, how am I still standing, right? So I am very excited to start 2026, and I'm very excited to start a new cycle. So let's get some positive news before I give you your tarot messages for each zodiac sign. And remember, guys, those of you that are live on Meet Me, if you send a 1K gift, you will also get your personalized message for the week from your spirit guides. All right, the first bit of positive news that I have for you is coming from Sweden. Did you know that in Sweden, sustainability isn't just a concept? It has its own shopping mall. Truth. It's located in the city of Eskilstuna. Retuna is the world's first retail center entirely dedicated to repaired, reused, and upcycled goods. Every store inside this mall sells second-hand items, but with a powerful difference. Each one includes an on-site workshop where products are restored, redesigned, or given a second life. The mall works closely with a nearby recycling center where residents drop off unwanted clothing, furniture, electronics, toys, and household items. So instead of heading to the landfill, usable goods are carefully sorted and sent to Retuna's workshops. Skilled workers then repair, transform, or creatively repurpose them for resale, turning waste into value. Walking through Retuna feels familiar, yet quietly revolutionary. Shoppers can find vintage clothes that they have reworked into modern fashion. Oops, I missed it. Wood crafted into stylish furniture and broken electronics that are repaired. So this is the mall in Sweden, right? And it's just a mall for repurposing. Isn't that amazing? I think that is so amazing. It's just showing love of the earth and that we do honor and value our earth, right? All right, that is my first bit of positive news for today. Welcome in, everyone. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. For those of you that are now coming in, this is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here every Monday at 5 p.m. So grateful you guys can be here. All right, my second news is about past lives. Do you guys believe in past lives? Let me see. Anyone in here believe in past lives? Because I have a story for you. I want to introduce you to this young girl. See her? That's her picture, right? That's her picture. All right. Listen to this story. She was 4 years old when she calmly told her mother, "I died giving birth. I left 3 children and a husband in Mathura. I want to go home." Her mother froze, unsure whether to laugh, scold, or worry. 4-year-olds had vivid imaginations, yes, but not this vivid and not with this level of conviction. At first, everyone treated it like make-believe, but Shanti Devi didn't. She spoke of Mathura as if she had just returned from there yesterday. She corrected her mother's cooking. She described how to prepare dishes she had no way of knowing. She insisted she once ran a clothing shop with her husband. She named streets. She named relatives. She named children she said she missed deeply. Her parents tried to ignore it. Then they tried to explain it away. Then they took her to a doctor, but found nothing unusual. No delusion, no illness, no confusion. Just a quiet, self-possessed little girl who spoke matter-of-factly about a life she believed she had. By the time Shanti was 7, her insistence had become so detailed that her teacher decided to test her. He wrote a letter to the man she claimed was her husband. The reply shook everyone. Yes, the man existed. Yes, he owned a clothing shop. Yes, his wife Lugdi Devi had died in childbirth 9 years earlier, about the time Shanti was born. But this could still be coincidence, or so they tried to believe. He sent his cousin to Delhi, instructing him to pretend to be himself. If the girl was lying or fantasizing, she would be fooled. But she wasn't. When the man walked into her house, she said, "You're not my husband. You're his cousin. You used to visit our home." The cousin left visibly shaken. Finally, the husband traveled to Delhi himself, unannounced. Shanti's reaction stunned everyone. She ran towards him, then stopped mid-step, suddenly shy, like a wife remembering she now stood before him as a child. She spoke to him softly. She named things only his wife would know. She mentioned private conversations, small domestic details, nothing anyone else could have told her. Then she revealed the thing that rattled him the most. "The money you found was not all. The rest is still hidden beneath the floor. And my jewelry is in the brass pot in the back of the closet." He had never told anyone about those hiding places. And yes, the items were exactly where she said. In 1935, a formal committee was assembled to investigate. Not mystics, not fortune tellers, serious men, lawyers, journalists, scholars, respected public figures. Their goal wasn't to prove reincarnation, it was to determine whether fraud or coaching could explain what happened. They took Shanti to Mathura. Shanti, who had never left Delhi in her current life, stepped off the train and began giving directions like a local returning home. She guided them through narrow roads, pointed out landmarks, shops, and houses. She stopped at one doorway and said, "This is where I live." It was correct. Inside, she wandered the rooms, naming where each child had slept. She complained that the house had been painted a different color. She pointed out the room where she said she had died. Then Kedarnath, the husband, brought his children, now older than Shanti herself. She recognized them instantly, called them by childhood names. She described illnesses they had, games they played, and foods they loved. Witnesses wrote later that the teenagers stared at her with wide, stunned eyes. It was impossible not to feel that some strange reunion was taking place across the boundaries of time and biology. The committee interviewed dozens of witnesses. They asked skeptics. They tried to trick her. They looked for inconsistencies, but none were found. Their report was published in 1936, stating bluntly that they could not find any rational explanation. Shanti Devi grew up avoiding the spotlight. She never sought fame or money. She never contradicted her childhood testimony. She never married, saying simply that she had already been married once and that was enough. She died in 1987, still insisting her memories were real. Skeptics still debate the case. Believers still cite it as one of the strongest documented examples of reincarnation. And historians still point out that no investigation since has been able to dismiss it. But the fact remains. A 4-year-old girl described a life in another city, named people she had never met, revealed secrets only a dead woman could have known, and when investigators followed her words, everything checked out. Some mysteries leave no answers, only questions, and the strange, unsettling feeling that reality may be bigger than we think. So shout out to Shanti Devi, right? Who came back reincarnated as a 4-year-old child and remembered everything about her husband and her children. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's real? I tend to believe in past life regression because I am a past life regression therapist. I work with people in taking them back during their past life regressions. And I have my own personal little story. When my son, Joshua, was about 3 years old, he told me, "Mom, do you remember when I had a farm and I had a wife and kids and the horses?" And he described everything about the farm. And he just really remembered it. And I was so shocked and stunned that this 4-year-old knew all about this, right? But what do you guys think? What is that about? Why are we reincarnating with memories from our past lives? I guess it's a mystery and something that we will never know. All right. Welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here on the Meet Me app. We are quickly running out of time. I want to shout out the top 3 gifters of my live: Black Ice Agent, Aphrodisiac, Cape Verde Queen, and also shout out to Board, who is number 4. Those top 4 people will be getting a psychic message at the end of the show, which is coming up soon. So don't go anywhere, guys, because you are going to get your message for this week. So what I'm going to do now is pull 1 card for each zodiac sign. And we're going to start with I feel to go to the fire signs, right? So let's see. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Do we have any of those in here? If we don't have any, I'll move on to whatever signs are in here. So who's in here? Put your sign in the comments and let's see who we should start with. There we go. We got Aquarius, we got Virgo. All right, I'll start with we got Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn too. Libra. So we got air, we got earth, air and earth. All right, let's start with the air signs because they really were showing up. Ooh, Sag Venus is enticing. All right, let's start with the air and then earth, and then we'll figure it out for fire and water, right? Ooh, and big Sagittarius energy. Okay, so air signs, let's start with Aquarius. Aquarius, you got Page of Fire this week. This is a card about new experiences coming in. This can be like new opportunities, new career, ways to make money. But the idea with this is stay open to receiving. There is some sort of news of an exciting new venture coming in. And this is for Aquarians, all right? So you want to keep your eyes open because this will require you to use your originality and ingenuity to capture the essence of this thing. I wonder what it could be. Geminis, 9 of air. Be aware of your mindset, Geminis. This is, sometimes pessimistic thoughts. It could be that you're overworked, you're exhausted, and maybe you're worried about something. Could be causing sleepless nights, could be causing some insomnia. So Geminis, try not to overthink too much. And especially this week, guys, with it being Christmas week, try to be as present as you possibly can, all right? And finally, Libra, 3 of air. This is sadness, right? Some of you, I have a Libra person in my life, and I know Christmas time tends to be hard. His uncle passed on Christmas Eve. So for those of you that are Libras, if you have any sadness this week, just try to hold space for yourself or lean on those that can hold space for you, all right? This is a time about healing. This is about the time about letting go. So Libras, allow yourself to be easy this week. It may be a little trying, okay? Let's go to the earth signs. We have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, you got the High Priestess. This says that your intuition is really strong right now. So pay attention to the dreams that you're having. You know what's crazy, guys? I had a dream last night. I'll tell you, I don't care. I had a dream last night that I was in a mansion. And I was there with my partner and my dad, and my partner and my dad, they were not buying this mansion for me. It was me making the purchase. But it was like the most beautiful house I've ever been in. It had like a water fountain and everything. And yeah, so pay attention to your dreams, right, Capricorn? We don't know what that's about, but something's coming. Taurus, you are having a good week this week. You got the 4 of fire, which is happiness, peace, contentment, joy. So Taurus is really going to be enjoying this week and their home life. So don't worry too much about work, Taurus. Your mindset's on your home and your family, and that is A-okay. And finally, Virgo, you got the Strength card, right? Welcome in, y'all. This is the Strength card. This is about letting go and forgiveness. So if we have any Virgos in the building, right? Whatever you're holding on to, give yourself the gift of grace and letting it go. You know, when we forgive others, I forgive so many people. And a lot of times I just forgive them by myself. I don't have to reach out to them and say, hey, I forgive you. But I forgive people because, you know, the way I think about it is that like life is too short, right? Life is too short to hold on to any sort of grudges. Okay, you messed me over. You got one over me. Ha ha, hee hee, whatever. Let it go, right? I wish you well. I wish you well, because I know that my life is going to be so amazing that I don't need to hold on to this, or I don't need to worry about this, or I don't need to win this, because I got so much more blessings coming. So you can have that. You know what I mean? Not yet. Oh, I did do Libra. 3 of air, sadness this week. Get healing, be patient, be kind to yourself. All right, we did the air signs, we did the earth signs. Let's go to the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. Pisces, you got life experience. That's also a traumatic card. You're with Libra on this, Pisces. Something's happening. It's causing you some sadness. But like I said to the Libras, take what you can from the situation and just allow it to move on, right? We can't control nature. We can't control things that happen to us, but we can control how we show up afterwards, right? So definitely take care of yourself. Cancer, you got the wheel. This is a time of positive movement forward, Cancer. So good for you. Fortune is on your side this week. Other signs are being knocked down, but you are being lifted up, Cancer. So keep doing what you're doing. All right. You're steadily moving forward, and you have some good things coming in this week to show you progress. And finally, Scorpio for the water signs. Scorpio, you are in your element this week. Queen of water, right? Queen of water is about relationships getting deeper. It's about you taking care of yourself. This is like a self-care card, right? So I feel like you're trusting your intuition. You're trusting the people around you, and you're having a good energy this week within yourself and your relationships. Yeah. And then finally, we have the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, you are moving on from something or someone. My 8 of water is like a breakup card. So I feel like Aries this week, you're either breaking up with someone or you're moving away from a group of people. You're just kind of like over it. You feel like you've outgrown it, So be aware of that. Ooh, I see a couple of people in the chat saying they got bad news. What are your signs? Can I ask? What are your signs? I just want to see if it lines up with the cards. Marshall, thank you. Okay, Leo, you got the balance card. This week is about balancing out your energy. You may have been partying hard, Leo, for the holiday season, but your spirit guides are saying this is a great week to take to get back into balance, right? Cancer. Oh, Cancer, that's interesting. So, Leo, work on your balance this week. That's going to be the most important thing. And finally, Sagittarius, you are having a great week this week. 9 of Earth, right? And yes, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So that makes sense because this is going to be about just enjoying life, enjoying life's little luxuries. That is the message for Sagittarius. I just had an idea. If we have any, we always have generous people in my streams because I have like the best viewers, best gifters, best fans. I always say that. You guys are amazing. So if anybody feels it in their heart to drop a 1K gift to give any of these ladies a reading, I would do the reading for them. All right? Just putting that out there. So that is the messages for each of the zodiac signs. I'm going to get ready now to do readings for the top 4 people who have sent their 1K gifts. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to wish you a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and I hope that you get all that you want from Santa this year. All right? Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy holidays.